Hi, this is my discussion post for Module 1 for Marketing 5400. The questions that were posed to us as far as the initial discussion post was concerned are what are the takeaways from the two articles associated with Module 1 discussion. My takeaways from those two articles are that there's been an evolution for the marketer from the 50s to today. Um, Rather than focusing on print and TV ads or radio ads, they are having to focus on social media, targeted marketing of specialized groups, looking at their certain market segments. Mr. Tripodi, that was in the initial article, um, who had been the CMO of several organizations, provided several bits of advice as far as focusing on those target areas or those target groups. Um, Another question that was asked is for the advice that was given in the article. Do you believe it? Yes, I do. He gave the advice of getting multiple experiences, such as multiple educational experiences, uh, travel experiences. I think those experiences help the marketer in general. They give them a frame of reference of what the customer's looking at. They give them a frame of reference of what society as a whole is doing. Um, for recommendations, you feel you feel could be most impactful, what steps do you recommend marketers take to implement them? Um, some steps that I think that would be impactful. Um, a new marketer coming into an organization, I think, should be exposed to all that all that organization has to offer as far as market lines are concerned. I think they should be exposed to each market line, maybe visit each market line, um, be exposed to how it's utilized out in the world, as far as a service or a product itself. I think that hands-on experience is invaluable. Um, Seeing how the end user uses that product is invaluable. Um, and to be an effective marketer, you have to know how that's going to be utilized later. For organizations competing internationally, which is an increasing norm, the articles have special meaning and unique implications? Um, I wouldn't say it necessarily has unique implications. I think in general, when you market in today's economic industry, or today's economic standpoints, uh, any organization has to market as they're a global entity because the world's a very small place with the internet, with social media. Um, a small company can be a global company in today's society. Finally, how can marketers ensure that they keep a high ethical standard as they wrestle with issues discussed in the articles? I can see that being a major issue. Um, you know, with today's push from investors, uh, you want to produce the best results you can always. Um, it's a cutthroat market. If you don't hit the growth that they're looking for from a marketing and sales standpoint, you won't be there long. So um, I would think to ensure they have to have an internal moral code as far as that's concerned in my viewpoint, um, to keep that high ethical standard as far as that's concerned. They have to basically set a course and travel down that course. I'm sure there's going to be a bumpy course at sometimes, and sometimes there'll be ups and downs. But I think that's the main thing they can do. I think there has to be a separation from the desires of production to the desires of sales and the desires of the investor. Um, Production's always going to want to produce as much as they can. Sales is always going to want to sell as much as they can, and the stock investor is going to want to have his biggest return that he can get. There has to be a fine line. That marketer has to be able to walk that fine line. So Um, I look forward to any comments and questions you have as far as my discussion post is concerned. I hope have addressed the questions that were posed to us. Um, if you have any questions or comments, again, please post them below. Thanks.